First in the tank is an entrepreneur on a mission to help the world sleep more soundly.
Hey Sharks, I'm Anders Olmenson. I'm from Eagan, Minnesota. I'm here seeking $400,000 for 4% of my company, REMplenish, a new solution for a solid night of sleep. Have you ever shared a roof with someone who snores? Then you know when one person's sawing logs, the whole house is losing sleep. It's like sleeping with the lumberjack.
Oh no!
Did it start?
So what if I told you all those snoring struggles could be snoozed away with just one simple daily routine?
I'm in.
By playing
Yeah, right? I'm in.
the didgeridoo, an ancient Aboriginal instrument.
What?
Oh my God.
So it looks crazy, Sharks, I know, but studies have shown routinely playing the didgeridoo can improve snoring and sleep apnea. How? By exercising the upper airway muscles that collapse during sleep.
What?
But who wants to play a didgeridoo every single day? Sharks, you don't need a didgeridoo. You just need the REMplenish myonozzle. This patented innovation turns an ordinary straw into a powerful workout for your airway. REMplenish provides guided exercise repetitions with targeted resistance, all through the natural action of drinking. Watch this. And that's it. Sharks, no more bulky machines, painful surgeries, or silly gadgets. Now, who's ready to ride this REM cycle of momentum and wake up the world to a whole new way of sleeping? You have REMplenish.
And we are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, a 10+ year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trademarks, and trade secrets. And this was interesting. Like I said, I was going to, or initially I was thinking that this is another, white noise device, or, there's been a ton of these devices or apparatuses that help one sleep, help one get a good night's sleep throughout the night. And I thought it was going that route. So again, and I don't watch these ahead of time, so I was kind of completely thrown off when it was just a water bottle. Shouts out to the gentleman for kind of keeping everybody on his toes, even though I know he was pissed off that chainsaw didn't work. But when I'm looking at these videos, it's three things that I look for, plus a bonus one. How simple is it? Again, it's just a water bottle. How effective is it? Again, it's $400,000. He wants $400,000 for 4%. So you figure that's a $10 million valuation. So it has to be some sales. And a lot of times the effectiveness of the product can be ascertained by way of the sales. So I'm assuming that he has a ton of sales on this one. Then what's the market like? Now. The market for water bottles is saturated. Point blank, period. There's no other way to kind of skin that. However, a water bottle that helps you sleep throughout the night, avoid snoring, I can see this being a great gift idea, and especially if it works. That's the big thing. It has to work. But to the extent that it works, then I could definitely see this water bottle being, a hit. Even though water bottles, as a general, as a general thing, it's a saturated market. But this is kind of a niche market. It's almost like patent law. Patent law, it's a ton of attorneys, but patent law is a niche type of attorney. So those are my initial thoughts on that. And then the intellectual property, which is the bonus thing that I look for. Are you protecting the IP? And the gentleman is protecting his IP. He has a trademark application filed and pending on REMplenish. And as you just heard him say, he has a patent on the actual water bottle. So, man, shouts out to the gentleman for protecting this intellectual property. Those are some of my initial thoughts on this thing. Let me know what you guys think. As I pull it up, man, I'll put the pitch back up. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. As well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. This one should be interesting, man, especially with them sales numbers. Let's go.
Products in front of you. So you two, how about you go get a good night's sleep somewhere else?
Nice little workout too.
And get that chainsaw to work.
So before you start, so we'll just walk through a few different things. So these are our main product lines. We've got the REMplenish Myo nozzle, and then you have the steel bottle. So that makes it portable and convenient. So when you drink out of a straw, you're pursing your lips, you're using your cheeks, and your tongue's going back.
I can't get any water.
Yeah, so if you try and drink it like a straw, you're not gonna get water.
You couldn't get any water?
So how to use it, we'll have an animation video play. So there's 3 things. First is the spot placement. So this is where the tip of your tongue should normally go when you initiate swallowing. When you put it in your mouth, you're gonna go all the way to the large bump, and then you're using your tongue to create the suction.
It's working. How does it feel?
It's weird.
So, yeah, so
It's not comfortable.
So, okay, so try doing this right here.
Well,
Suction your tongue to the roof of your mouth.
it's basically a workout for this area,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
not
Sounds
supposed
like-
to be easy.
So yeah, it's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
It's targeting. It's like you're working out muscles you haven't worked out for a
Anders,
while.
why would anybody buy this pain in the ass?
Yeah, so there's over 1 billion people who suffer from sleep-related breathing disorders such as obstructive sleep apnea.
Listen, you had me at stopping snoring because I am married to the most incredible human being in the world.
Yep.
But the man snores very, very loud. And he would be perfect if it weren't for that, right?
Yep.
I just don't understand how my husband goes from sucking on this to me not needing to wear earplugs every night.
Really, it's as you drink more of it, you'll feel it more.
How long does it take before you see the benefits?
Yeah, so people start to see results in 1 month. So in our original research, we had 37 participants, a usability study, 93% of snorers report improvement in snoring after 1 month of use. And that we didn't measure
Is
if it was
that your only
completely
test?
gone or, we also have, we did a feasibility study with Mayo Clinic.
What happened
and how
with
did that
Mayo
happen there?
Clinic, though? Because 37 people,
Is not much.
is
Yeah.
not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Mayo Clinic did what?
so there's statistically significant correlation between tongue strength and AHI reduction. So that's apnea-hypopnea index, how many times you stop breathing at night. And what that means, it's a positive indicator that we should do an efficacy study.
So if I'm understanding right, that
Yep.
study told you that you should do more studies.
A bigger
Because
study.
it
yeah.
did, right, a bigger study. You didn't really get an answer out of it. It just said that this is kind of hopeful.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
What are your sales?
2022, we did 450,000. 2023, we went up to 1.1 million. Last year, we had almost 300% growth for 3.9 million.
Wow.
That's incredible.
What do you think you'll do this year?
We're projected to do between 8 to 10 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
How did you go from, in 23, 1.1 million to triple in a single year? What happened?
Through meta advertising mostly.
Well, let me ask you this. On the 3.9 million, did you make a profit?
Yep, so we made 436,000.
What does it cost
Numbers
you to make,
good.
and what do you sell it for?
So the nozzle, it's about $6, depending on which version. With the bottle, it ends up being about $16 cost of goods.
Okay, and what do you sell them for?
We sell it through our website for 90 for the 2 together.
That's a huge
Wow.
margin.
Nice
Let me
margin.
kind of clear the field here a little bit. I love sales. I'll make you an offer. I'll give you the 400,000.
were saying you were going to clear the field.
Excuse me, I'm making an offer. Silence, please. I'll give you the 400,000 for 10%.
And that's Mr. Wonderful goes in. I think this is interesting because at the end of the day, one of the things I like about kind of business and entrepreneurship is the sales is going to dictate what the market thinks of. Who cares what I think of it? Who cares what the Sharks thinks of it? Mr. Wonderful, I think he's kind of saying a similar thing is, hey, he loves sales. So I was kind of a little skeptical as far as, okay, it's not like a typical tongue. It's almost like a workout for the tongue. You have to, kind of recreate how to kind of drink out of this thing. Obviously for a net benefit in terms of stop sleeping. But will people switch over, transfer over? That was kind of my concern. But it seems like, again, 22, $450,000. Next year, 1.1. To Robert's point, the following year, he tripled in to 3.9. And it seems like a lot of that was meta sales. And then $8 to $10 million he's projected to do last year, which is 25. So, man, shouts out to this guy. And he's making money. He's looking to make, or he said he is projected to make just shy of $500,000 off that $3.9 million. So, and the guy's making money. You got to applaud that. And I think Mr. Wonderful sees that. Now, the other Sharks, whether or not they can add benefit or they like it, they tend to go in from that perspective. However, Mr. Wonderful, he's like, hey, can I make money with this thing? Or does this thing make money? Because regardless of what I think of it, if he's selling $8 to $10 million worth of these things. Number one, this problem is not going to keep going away. So he's going to have a new customer base every year. Then number two, people are buying them. People are actually buying this thing. So those are some of my thoughts, man. Shout out to the gentleman. Like I said, I wasn't know what to expect, especially with that high sales number or high valuation, $10 million. Seems like Mr. Wonderful offer is not too bad either, man. He valued it at $4 million. So obviously it's not $10 million, but it's still a multi-million-dollar brand. So shouts out to that gentleman, man. Man, you gotta love America. The American dream is alive and well. Let's get back to it and see if he gets a deal.
No royalty?
No royalty. Straight on. Because the
Wow.
only way you make your
He
dough
loves
back.
his royalties.
Anders, I love.
Thank you for the offer.
I love sales. You are absolutely living the American dream.
I
and
just
building
said
a
that.
Great business. 4% just isn't exciting to me. I'm out.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm a bit familiar in the sleep space. I did a deal with a company called Hug Sleep with Mark. They're at 47 million in sales, and we did do a trial with Mayo Clinic that showed that if you use the Hug Sleep, you actually do sleep better. We got results.
Yep.
To me, the biggest thing that actually gets a consumer to pay attention and buy is when you actually have those trials and those statistics. For me, it's just too early. You're great. I wish you the best of luck, but I'm out.
Yeah,
Anders,
thank you.
don't fall asleep at the switch. You have an offer.
Wait a second.
Two sharks is better
I'm
than
gonna tell you
one.
a story that I don't think any of the sharks know. When I was 12 years old, I developed insomnia. And I think it had to do with when my dad talked to me about what he went through the Holocaust. I could not put myself to sleep.
Right.
And then I accepted that I was meant to have insomnia for the rest of my life. Only last year, I'm now 56, did I develop the ability to get a full night's sleep. And it's completely transformed my
Wow.
life. And there's a bunch of things that I did that helped me finally conquer it. I can already think of hundreds of ways in which I can help you. This has never happened in Shark Tank history. This is my 7th season. And Kevin signaled that he would do this together with me, and he's very complimentary to me. So if you want, we will do.
Yeah, we'd split it. Because I like this space. I like you. We're pure investors on this deal.
Yeah.
If you're putting up 200,000, how much equity? Because that's all it is, an equity deal.
I was going to ask for more, but then you came with that
Well,
10%.
no, but listen, if you feel, because two sharks is worth more, let's go
It
for
is.
15 and split 7.5 each.
That's too high.
I would do 12%, 6 and 6.
How about 8% for the two of you?
No, that's not
Fawn, we haven't
enough.
heard from you either.
Yeah,
like this
so
guy.
I'm intimately familiar with the problem. I would love for wives all over the world to be able to have a solution. So this is what I will say. I am going to take this home.
Yep.
I'm going to have my husband use it for the next 3 months.
Yep.
And if it works, I will put it all over my social media for free. But I think that they're the better sharks for you. I'm out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Anders,
you.
what are you going to do?
I'll do it. You know, and this is, I really value what you guys can
Well,
bring to the
10%.
table, and I'll do it for 10.
You in?
That's a wonderful offer
want
was
to
already 10% anyway.
Let's do it.
Done.
Yay.
Mr. Wonderful really like this place.
The
You can
drama.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Great
you.
presentation.
Yeah. With Kevin's marketing expertise and Danielle really building up a company and a strong brand and staying true to the mission, it's going to be amazing. So we're really excited to see where this will take us and excited for the future of helping more people on their airway health journeys.
What will happen now, Fawn will take it home, give it to her husband, and if it works, humanity will be saved.
Man, shouts out to them, man. Not to only get one shark, but two sharks. Now, he had to give up, a couple $1 million on a valuation, but I do think that this, like I said, even though the water bottle is a saturated market, I think this is a niche within that water bottle space. So I do think that he can kind of make a ton of money. And again, to the extent, to Lori's and And Lori's point, if he does get that Mayo Clinic or that big hospital, whatever the case may be, to kind of show the results and say, hey, this thing really works from a scientific study, and I do think it's even going to be more successful. But I do think Daniel as well as Kevin will help him out on that. So let's kind of take a look at the website here really quickly before we call it one. With this season 17, episode 14, man, we're 1 for 1 so far. So shouts out to that. Let's look at the website and see what's going on here. So it's a pretty straightforward website. Now, again, I tell you guys all the time, he has REMplenish, which is not a registered term. It's pending, and he's using it as a trademark term. So I love the fact that he's putting TM at the end of it. I love that. And again, he has patented. It seems like patented Mayo nozzle design. Seems like he has a trademark pending maybe on Mayo nozzle as well, which is cool. But the patented, he does put that on the website, at the top, which I like. Now I would also like kind of putting it at the bottom, and it's an issue patent, so I like to put the patent number at the bottom. He doesn't have it, but he at least says that it's patented on the website. So shout out to him for that. Again, independently studied, proven out of research. So he does have a scientific validation. I'm not sure if that's a 37 or. And this was 2025, and we're now in 2026. So I'm not sure if he had additional studies done since then. But man, I like what he's doing, and clearly it's selling. So people like it, and I would imagine that they think that it's getting the results. Man, at the end of the day, man, if you're married or whatever the case may be, and you always get that person that's your spouse, your girl, or whatever the case may be, complaining that you snore all the time, it's worth a try. 80% overall production satisfactory reported. So, high satisfactory report, 93% reported reduction in snoring intensity and occurrence, and then 34% noticed less tiredness during the day. So seems like, man, whatever he has going on, it is working. So shouts out to him. I have to try to get him on a platform, but he did get not just one, but 2 sharks. And we started off episode 14 with a bang. I'm talking about to the tune of what? $8 to $10 million last year of a bang. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community, and catch you guys on the next one. Peace.